to Stevens Point.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Sanders, for that brief introduction. Distinguished faculty and staff, honored guests, friends, and about-to-be graduates. On behalf of the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin system and the citizens of the state of Wisconsin, I bring you greetings on this significant occasion. As I sought advice for an appropriate topic for this presentation from my friends and colleagues, including Chancellor Sanders, I had anticipated receiving suggestions that I should be both witty and profound, and that I should lift you out of your seats and exhort you to future greatness. Unfortunately, the only consistent piece of advice I received was that I should be brief. At that point, of course, I was then left with the choice of talking about things I know about, but unfortunately most of you do not, such as where the electrons go once they leave the toaster in the morning, or making an important public statement, such as announcing my bid for the U.S. Senate, or passing out a few congratulations and sitting down. I have chosen that latter route. Congratulations first, not to the honored guests, but to those who got our honored guest here. Parents, friends, spouses, relatives, associates, mentors, professors, advisors, the whole panoply of intricate relationships upon which so many of us depend. To you, I say, well done and thanks. You have helped deliver to society about 1,100 spanking brand new graduates. Wish them well and challenge them to make you proud. Now, to our honored guests, the graduates. Congratulations. You are both survivors and achievers. For each one of you here who will walk the path to this stage, there is another that fell by the wayside. Count yourself among the fortunate. The data suggests that you who will make this walk will live far better and richer lives than those who started with you 4 to 5 years ago and are not here to join you in celebration today. You are achievers and survivors, and you will need all of your survival skills to exist in today's world. It is a far, far different and in many ways more challenging and complex world than your parents entered into. It is a world filled with contrasts and dichotomies. It is a world where people are paid not to grow crops, where surpluses rot on docks and in warehouses, and yet where most of the world's people still go hungry. It is a world where the entire Encyclopedia Britannica can be transmitted from Chicago to Minneapolis in 1.5 seconds on fiber optic cable, yet where people increasingly can't read. It is a world where we are all crying out for our politicians to discuss substantive issues, yet we continuously refuse to elect anyone who does. It is a world where we are willing to pay people more to take care of our cars than our children, while at the same time we wonder why both are breaking down with increasing frequency. Yes, you will enter a world filled with challenges. This great country of ours is at a crossroads in its existence, undergoing massive change and transition at every level. Leadership is increasingly being passed from leaders molded by World War II, the Depression, and Korea, to those tempered by Vietnam, civil rights marches, and feminist movements. Our markets are under attack not by cheap imports, but by higher quality imports. Our workforces can't read. Our children think Brazil is a European country. In a nation known for its polyglot mixture of races, we don't seem to be mixing too well these days, as we seek to find those so-called politically correct forms of behavior. Our intellectual capital is increasingly being diverted into litigation instead of into creation. Half of the patents registered in the U.S. are now to foreigners, the bulk of whom are Japanese. I would mention the drug epidemic or teenage pregnancies or AIDS, but someone might say I'm pessimistic, and I am not. In fact, I am an optimist. As our problems grow, our commitment to solve them is growing as well. We Americans are problem solvers. We are heirs to a pioneering spirit. We are a people of unbounded zeal and unlimited expectations. And those unlimited expectations, my young friends, are for you to fulfill. Just when you thought you had taken your last exam, and just when you thought you could rest on your laurels, you now have the problems of a real world to face. And face them you will, equipped with a rigorous education from one of the finest institutions in this state and this country. The goal of a university education is to provide each of you with an education which will enable you to become broader in perspective, more literate, intellectually more astute, and ethically more sensitive. Your education should also enable you to participate wisely in society as a competent professional and a knowledgeable citizen. These are the goals. It is now time to see if they were met. Those people who so willingly subsidize a large part of your education are now ready for you to solve their problems. A little less than half of you will graduate from the College of Letters and Sciences. Within that group, about a quarter of you have chosen to major in business or business-related subjects. As a businessman, of course, I salute those of you who made that choice, as I believe it is a good one. Your challenge will be to attack head-on the problems of America's competitiveness in a world marketplace. You have been well trained to do that, and I am confident that you will. I urge you, however, to do it in a manner that respects the dignity of workers, that preserves the harmony and the beauty of our environment, and in a way that reflects your responsibility to the communities in which you will be privileged to live and work. Pursuit of profit has built in America a society which remains the envy of this world. I urge you to pursue your craft diligently and tenaciously, but most importantly, honestly and ethically. I assure you that once you start down that slippery slope of compromised ethics, there is no gaining a foothold to turn back. To the rest of you in the College of Letters and Sciences who have focused your education on traditional arts and sciences, to you I would suggest that your opportunities are as limitless as our problems. You are trained problem solvers, and we do have them for you in abundance. You are the inheritors of the mantles of the great thinkers and scientists of our civilization. From Aristotle to Newton, from Copernicus to George Washington Carver, from Adam Smith to Lester Thoreau, you have learned. You have learned to understand the forces that have shaped and molded great civilizations, and you must use that knowledge to create an even better society here in our time. This is your challenge. You should go forth understanding that you have achieved through your education the truest form of independence, intellectual independence. About a fourth of you will graduate from the School of Professional Studies. Much is expected of you. Civilization has advanced on the hands, feet, backs, and minds of its highly skilled professionals. They have always had significant impact on society. From the master guildsmen of medieval Europe to the master teachers of today, the highly trained have been expected to make great contributions to society, and no less will be expected of you. You have been trained in your craft by excellent people, and it is also your turn to go forth and make the contributions which society must have if we are to continue to move forward. I note, however, that within the School of Professional Studies, 2/3 of you have chosen professions which allow you to teach or treat others less fortunate than yourselves. I commend you on that. Education majors in particular will face tremendous challenges. You will go to schools which simply don't work. You will encounter children and adults who can't read. You will be confronted by business and property owners who will want better returns on their education investment and who are unwilling to make further investment without better results. You will fight systems bloated by bureaucracy and unable to function and respond to changing environments. There is a crisis in American education, and it is yours to help solve. Our dropout rates must decline. Our literacy rates must increase, and your training must contribute to those solutions. I urge all you teachers to be committed enough to work in problem areas. yet be proud enough to demand that society acknowledge your value and worth. It is clear that this value must be recognized, and you must be appropriately rewarded for the impact you will have on future generations of students. Between 10 and 15% of you will graduate from the School of Natural Resources. You graduate at a wonderful time, for the 1990s will truly be the decade of the environment. We must learn, and we must learn quickly, how to balance our ever-increasing appetites to utilize the scarce resources of our land with the real need to provide appropriate stewardship for the natural gifts that have been bestowed upon us. Some of you have been taught to increase the productivity of our natural resources. Others have been taught how to conserve. But all of you have been taught respect. Respect for the environment and respect for the risks that utilization of our resources entails. It is not a sin to consume, but it is a sin to waste, particularly if that waste is of a non-renewable resource. Your challenge will be to chart a path for us all in the future, to balance the needs of society with those of the environment, and more importantly, to make them synonymous and not mutually exclusive. I wish you luck in your challenge. My last remarks are reserved for that about 15% of you who will graduate from the College of Fine Arts and Communication. The more vocal communicators among you. To those of you who have focused your studies on communication, your challenges too are clear. We are in the middle of an information and communication age. Our ability to communicate in many ways is becoming better. We can do it much faster. But in many ways it is degrading. As the medium becomes the message, we too often communicate style over substance. Too often communication is in one direction. Listening also is a valuable form of communication. Your challenges will be many. In an age of information overload, you will participate in the process of selecting what the bulk of us will see and hear. And I would urge you not to take this responsibility lightly. We all need to learn more about the world around us, and we all must know enough to make intelligent and enlightened choices as we move forward in life. It is your responsibility to make sure that these things happen to the benefit and not the detriment of society. As an engineer, rigorously trained in rational thought processes, I want to offer a special and very sincere congratulations to those few of you who have majored in the fine arts. When the curtain of history rings down on our civilization, if the past is any guide, the clearest indicator of the quality of our lives will be the quality of our arts. Our paintings will outlast our bridges. Our music will outlast our computers. Yours is a very different and important calling. Whether you teach, create, or perform, your job will be to add beauty and sensitivity to what is increasingly becoming a colder and more impersonal society. I envy you on your assignment, and I wish you success in your life's work. The time has come for me to stop and for you to go forth. I want to close, however, by dwelling on the significance of this day. Today is a significant day, not because some of you will party this evening, not because you won't have to argue with your parents anymore about whether you were grown up now that you are a college graduate. Today is significant because after today, you are no longer just a hope. You are no longer just a potential. In financial terms, after today, you are also a matured investment. An investment not only to your parents or to yourselves, or in some cases, unfortunately, to your bankers. You are an investment of our society. You are our human capital. You are our best and our brightest, trained in one of our better institutions. Society is now looking for its dividends, its return on its investment in you. You are our future. I have congratulated you on your tenacity, your perseverance, your choice of this fine institution, and your choice of careers. I now urge you all to go forth, not so much to multiply, but to add value in all that you do. May your years be filled with achievement. May your lives be filled with joy. May your acts reflect proudly upon this fine institution. Congratulations, Godspeed, and good luck to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Errol. From the College of Letters and Science, please stand. Chancellor Sanders, these students are candidates for the Bachelor of Arts or the Bachelor of Science degree in the College of Letters and Science. I recommend that contingent upon successful completion of the requirements, they receive the appropriate degree from this university. Will all candidates for bachelor's degrees please stand? By authority of the Board of Regents of the University of Wisconsin, and upon recommendation of the faculty of this university, I confer upon you the appropriate degree of Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, or Bachelor of Music, together with the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto, and in testimony thereof, I give you this diploma. Marshals, please escort the candidates, the graduates, forward.
Troy Huffman. Scott Hull. Ed Eilenfeld. Neil Jeske. Julie Jones. Tom Kirsten. Julie Hilzer. Gary Post. Carla Pritzlaff. Nara Quella. John Quirk. Ryan Rock. Robert Riula. Tricia Rand. Teresa Rand. Christopher Randerson. Patrick Reed. Michael Rival. Christopher Ryko. Patricia Resock. Lana Ryer. Daniel Rickert. Jennifer Robinson. Deborah Reyes.
By Max Ehrman, Full Desiderata. Go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence, he said. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others. But if you compare yourself with others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive God to be. And whatever your labors and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful. Strive to be happy. Congratulations.
To the May 1991 class, congratulations, and you have one more assignment. If you will take the tassel from the right of your mortarboard and move it to the left, you will become a University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point alumnus forever.
Focus thing working, huh? Look at that thing working. There's nothing in there. Thanks, Jude. Grandma. I am too. Congratulations, son. I'm proud of you. Put that thing away. Oh, we'll take a picture with the
I got you hugging everybody but me.
Hey, why is this thing on pause? Look at the people, look at the people, look at them all. Okay, just, here, let me see how big. Okay, just leave it right there. Come here, Mom. Grandma's in a picture. Here I am hugging Grandma. It's a movie camera. You don't have to stand still. Come here. I'd give you my sunglasses, but I don't want to see people see me crying.